And McBain's warming up on the left side. And on the right side, we got Petoskey warming up. Petoskey's throwing. And McBain's warming up on the right. They're doing some stretches line by line. And on the right side, we got Petoskey warming up, throwing around some footballs. They've got some goofy lines around. And then in the middle, we have the coin toss. 4 green, 4 white. Some striped guys out there. They look like they know what they're doing.
Test 1 2, test 1 2.
Gentlemen, welcome to Wednesday night football as the McBain Ramblers will be taking on the Petoskey Norsemen. Everyone please rise and face the north. Gentlemen, please remove your hat as we play the national anthem. All right, ladies.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another JV football night where the Ramblers will take on Petoskey here in McBain.
Ramblers will be kicking off. Kicking for the Ramblers, number 56.
McBain will be kicking first, with Petoskey receiving, obviously.
As well as number 5, Hayden James.
Kicking for the Ramblers.
Let's go, Jagger!
And Petoskey returns the ball. Brought down at midfield. 1st and 10 for the Northmen.
Evan Hard with the tackles number 77, Jesus Agarte Gonzalez.
Ball handed off to number 5, Hayden James. He gets about 9 yards on the play.
Hayden James with the tackle number 51, Caleb Vanna. That'll make it 2nd down and 1 for the Northmen.
2nd and 1. I am Tucker Vanderveld here with James Taylor. James, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I mean, I'm watching football, so that gives me something to do aside from being bored.
Yep. Petoskey with the 1st down carry was by number 7.
Number 7, Corbin Suletis.
Corbin Suletis.
Caleb Vanna and number 35, Damian Bonico.
Ball handed off to number 3, Logan Leahy. He gets dropped in the backfield by a Rambler.
On the query,
That would be Ramblers number 73, Caleb Gildy. Just good play from McBain, able to force Petoskey back a bit, which is always good.
2nd and 15 on the Rambler 40. Petoskey with a late substitution. Number 7, Corbin Solis, is the quarterback for Petoskey. Drops back to pass. Throws. And it's caught by number 2, Mason Freilich. That will be enough for a Petoskey 1st down.
Number 2, Mason Freilich. Brought down by number 6, Jager Corliss. Would that be enough for Northman 1st down?
And Solis will take it himself. Flags thrown on the field. Solis still on his feet, and he gets pushed out of bounds around the 5-yard line.
Pushed out bounds by number 34, Ben Rodabaugh, but there is a flag on the play.
The holding call on Petoskey.
10 yards back. Repeat of the 1st down.
This will now be 1st and 20 to go for Petoskey, as there was holding on that play.
Ball spotted at the 33-yard line of McBain. Slice throws. And it's caught by Freilich once
Fast
again,
break number 2,
going
Mason
back
Freilich,
to
brought down by number 6,
the
Jager
original
Corliss. That'll make it second down and 11 for the Northmen.
line of scrimmage, making it 2nd and 10. Ball handed off to number 3, Logan Leahy. He gets brought down by number 22, Jacob Billett, and number 24,
Avery DeRuyter.
Avery
Third
DeRuyter.
down and 12 for the Northmen.
Ball handed off to number 1, Brendan Swiss. He gets about a yard.
On the carry, number 1, Brendan Swiss. Tackle made by number 51,
And
Caleb
it will
Bannon.
be
Number 23,
number
Caleb
4.
Miller.
It will be fourth down
and 10 for the Ramblers.
for
For
the
the
Northmen on the 17-yard line.
Now the question is, what are they going to do with their 4th down? If they're just going to try to punt it or make something work or even go for an extra point. Or field goal, sorry.
Looks like the offense will stay on the field for the Northmen. Slice drops back to pass.
There was a flag on the
is
play.
thrown.
Back
Incomplete
number 6,
catch.
Devin Marvin, broken up by number 9, Aiden Cucci. So there's a flag on the play.
Let's go, Aiden!
Illegal procedure by the offense. McBain turns it down, and they'll take over 1st down. Ramblers.
It'll be a illegal procedure on the Northmen. 1st down, Ramblers deep in their own territory. Rambler offense with the T formation.
Ball gets stopped behind their line of scrimmage, however.
Buckle on the play, recovered by number 1, or 51, Rowan Dom.
And just as soon as it was McBain ball, it's Petoskey's ball once again.
And convoy Rambler stops
Quarterback
Corbin
keeper,
Solitis.
Number 7, Corbin Solitis, brought down by number 24, Avery DeRuyter, and a convoy of Ramblers.
Flag on the play.
Run was
Quarterback
by
keeper, number 7, Corbin
quarterback
Solitis,
Corbin
brought down by number
Solitis.
51, Caleb Banna, but there is a flag on the play. Holding against the Northmen.
Timeout, Petoskey.
Timeout, Northman.
Both teams back on the field. Ball handed off to number 1, Brendan Swiss. Stumbles his way to the sideline.
On the carry, number 1, Brendan Swiss, brought down by number 23, Caleb Miller.
Solitis throws. And it's just out of reach for number 2, Mason Freilich.
Incomplete. It'll be 4th down and 18 for the Northmen.
4th and 18 for the Northmen.
Well, given how far they are down the field already, they'll most likely try to run it yet.
Well, so far the Rambler defense has been pretty good at stopping the run game. A few slip-ups here and there. They gotta watch the pass game because Solitis, he's got a good arm. It's just needs some accuracy. And another timeout by Petoskey. Solitis gets tackled in the backfield by Jacob Billa as a turnover on downs. 1st and 10, Ramblers
31-yard line.
from the 31-yard line.
It was a good defensive play by the Ramblers. I mean, that was probably the best thing they could do there, you know, because at that point they were going to get the ball either way, so might as well give them less yards to have to cover in the long haul.
Jump off the block fast and get to the quarterback quick, and
It's a recipe for down behind the line of scrimmage. So now we just got to hope that their offense can carry the ball up.
Ramblers with the T formation, hands off to number 2,
Blaine Houston.
On the carry, number 2.
He manages to bring it up about a yard or so, 3 yards, making it 2nd down with 7 yards to go for the Ramblers.
7 for your Ramblers.
Ramblers sticking with the T formation. Ben Rosenball, quarterback, hands off to
Based off the yelling of the fans, I'm assuming that the ball got loose.
Fumble on the play, recovered by Petoskey.
Number 3, Logan LaHaye. That'll be a first down for the Northmen on the Ramblers' 42-yard line.
This is kind of starting to become a bad pattern for McBain here. Almost as soon as they manage to get the ball, every time they seem to lose it to some kind of mistake, or now they're giving it right back to Petoskey with it. So now Petoskey is on McBain's 42-yard line on their first down. Unfortunately, McBain's defense seems to be pretty good at handling Petoskey's offense right now, so Petoskey hasn't been able to capitalize off it yet.
Yeah, great defense, getting off the block fast and finding the runner quick as quarterback Corbin Solitis
Quarterback keeper number
with
7,
the run.
Corbin Solitis brought down by number 24, Avery Ryder, and number 2, Blaine Cowboy Houston.
A loss of yards there for Petoskey, which just kind of goes to prove what I said earlier, that McBain defense is doing a very good job at handling this Petoskey offense.
2nd and 13 at the McBain 45. Now, most of this quarter has been down on McBain's side of the field with the Petoskey offense putting a big move on them and getting inside the red zone, and then couldn't convert on 4th down. And then it's just been McBain mistakes, keeping them inside their own territory and keeping the Petoskey with a little bit of light in the tunnel, staying on McBain's side of the field as Corbin Solitis runs the ball himself.
It was only about a gain of maybe 4 yards on the play, though, so that should make it 3rd down with 9 to go for Petoskey.
On the carry, number 2, Mason
10 to go.
Tackle brought down by a convoy of Ramblers led by number 2, Blaine Houston.
But yeah, to be honest, Kingsley's offense only ever really made 2 big moves, getting them close. And what did I say? I said Kingsley, didn't I?
Solitis with the run. Dropped in the backfield by number 23, Caleb Miller.
With that, McBain should actually be on Beal's side of the field right now.
16 for the Northmen.
Petoskey! Man. It's Petoskey, ladies and gentlemen. It's Petoskey. Ooh.
Petoskey with a long, low punt.
Ball is received by Ben Rodenbaugh, who manages to take it all the way up to McBain's about 27-yard line, but there will be a flag on the play.
Ben Rodenbaugh brings it all the way up to the 27-yard line, but there is a flag on the play. Personal foul against the Northmen.
Personal foul on the Northman. It'll be a 15-yard from the spot of the foul. 1st and 10, Ramblers on the McBain 42-yard
So
line.
McBain Rambler first down on the 42-yard line. On the carry, number 22, Jacob Billett brought down by number 34, Robert Donald.
Jacob Billett with the run for the
Number
Ramblers
60,
gets dropped in the
Bradley
backfield
Sutton.
for a loss of 1.
Ball gets handed to McBain's number 2, Blaine Houston, and he manages to bring it forward maybe 4 or 5 yards or so, making it third down with 6 yards to go for the Ramblers. So far, this is the longest Ramblers have been able to hold on to the ball offensively, so let's hope they can turn that into something.
Well, as long as you keep the offense on the field, you don't have to put the defense on the field.
It's true, although our defense seems to be our best aspect, but flag on the play.
Most likely a false start. Yep, false start on the Ramblers.
Probably be a loss of 10 yards or so.
5-yard penalty. Third and 11 on the Rambler 40. McBain sticking with the T formation of Caleb Miller, Blaine Houston, and Jacob Billett. That's Blaine Houston with the big run. He'll get brought down at midfield.
That should be about 4th and a yard to go for McBain. However, there's only about half a minute left in this first quarter, so I'm not sure if McBain will be able to do anything in that time.
20 seconds left.
I'm not sure if McBain would want to risk trying to run something on the 4th down, even though they're so close, given they're only on a 50-yard line.
McBain sticking with the T formation, and that is Rodenbaugh up the gut.
Quarterback keeper number 34, Ben Rodenbaugh. That's enough for first down for the
And
Ramblers.
McBain will get the first down, finally crossing midfield, getting into Northman territory. And
that will be the end of the
clock
first
will
quarter.
wind down. End of the first quarter. It is scoreless on the board. James, what did you like about the first quarter from the Rambler offense?
From the Rambler offense, I'm sorry to say there wasn't anything all too standout, although at the end here we were able to manage to force the ball over to Petoskey's side of the field, which is always good, and I think the bold play they did by running it on a 4th down was a risk that very obviously paid off for them, as they now have more time to force their way down onto Petoskey's side of the field and hopefully get a touchdown.
Yeah, and the real impact the Ramblers have made is how well their defense has played against the Petoskey offense. I talked to a couple of the players earlier today, and their whole mindset was that Petoskey's a big school. It's not gonna go very well, but McBain defense has held up real well, stopped the run for the most part, and played the pass coverage real well. So we'll just have to see how the second quarter goes, and then into halftime and on to the rest of the game. Ramblers sticking with the T formation. Rodenbaugh hands off to Caleb Miller. He is 4 or 5 yards on the play.
On the carry, number 23, Caleb Miller. Tackle made by number 55, Wyatt Hahn.
2nd and 7.
Ball gets handed off once again to Caleb Miller, who manages to bring it forward about 3-4 yards. Shouldn't make it McBain's 3rd down with 3 yards to go.
Number 2, Mason Frelick, and number 3, Logan LaHaye.
Carry made by
Blaine Houston.
On the carry, number 2, Blaine Houston.
3 yard.
Brought down by number 51, Rowan Dom. That'll make it 4th down in the yard.
3 yard gain. 4th and 1.
Given that it's 4th and 1, I'm assuming McBain's going to try to keep forcing it through here, but it looks like that will be the case going with, that's a T formation, right?
Yep, T formation. Rolling ball will take it himself, getting the yard and more, I believe. It'll be first down at the 35-yard line.
First down.
Once again, the risk of playing it on a 4th down paid off for McBain, as they are now 33 yards closer to a touchdown.
T formation for the Ramblers. Rolling ball drops back before flags called. A false start on the Ramblers. Be 1st and 15 after the 5-yard penalty. Ball will be spotted at the 40. McBain sticking with the T formation. Billett, Houston, and Miller in the backfield. Jacob Billett with the carry for the Ramblers.
On the carry, number 22, Jacob Miller.
Oh yeah, brought down at about 33-yard line.
That will make it a penalty on the field at the 40-yard line. Holding against the Ramblers will be bringing it back.
Holding on the Ramblers. Ten-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Ball will be spotted at the 50-yard line midfield for 1st and 25.
That is a lot of yards.
That is what we call in McBain a country mile.
We do?
On the carry, number 23, Caleb Miller, brought down by number 60, Bradley Sutton.
Good
Make
to
it
know.
2nd down. Yeah.
Ball run by Caleb Miller. He picks up 2 yards on the play, 2nd and 23 from the 48-yard line.
Quick sub out for Petoskey.
A late substitution as the Ramblers start to get into their positions. Rodenbaugh drops back to pass.
Flag on the play.
Takes it himself. Flag on the play.
Quarterback keeper number 34, Ben Rodenbaugh. Brought down by number 51, Rowan Dom. But there is another flag on the play.
Looks like Petoskey's number 60 was injured and will be taking a break, going off field and being subbed in for by, never mind, that wasn't a sub in, it's just Petoskey's number 1 going to help bring him back to the sidelines.
Northman declined the penalty, making it 3rd down.
Holding against McBain, penalty was declined. It'll be loss of down. 3rd and 23.
A lot of yards to try to have to get, and pretty much just single play here. Wonder if McBain will go for a passing play or if they'll try to carry it up the middle again.
Rodenbaugh drops back, throws. Pass intended for Blaine Houston. It goes sailing over his head. It'll be fourth down and a country mile for the Ramblers.
Well, at this point, I would definitely hope that they try to punt it because that's a lot of yards to try to do in just a single play here, especially given that they aren't in the most comfortable of positions should they lose it here.
Punt by Luke Hoyinga goes low.
And it hits Petoskey's number 51, like square in the
Ball down
chest.
by number 24, Avery DeRuyter. Northman will be taken over at the 50-yard line.
Petoskey's ball on the 50-yard line, and there's a flag.
Penalty against the Northmen.
False start, Petoskey.
Loss of 5 yards.
Too many people in the huddle. There'll be a 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
12 men on the field. First and 15 on the 45.
I thought. Pass intended for Petoskey's number 23, Mitchell Everhart, but even though it manages to land in his hands, he doesn't quite manage to pull it in. So it'll be no yards gained for Petoskey.
Second and 15. Petoskey in spread.
The triple flag from every ref, so something definitely went wrong there.
False start on Petoskey.
Ball start on the
That'll
Northmen,
get
back
brought
up
back
5
even
yards.
more yards.
Still second down.
Second and 20 at the Petoskey 40. Ball handed off to number 3, Logan Leahy.
On the carry, number 3, Logan LaHaye. Brought down by number 51,
He
Caleb
picks
Bannon.
up
Third
about
down and
8
12
yards
for the
on
Northmen.
on the play. Third and 12 for the Northmen.
Ball is once again handed off to Logan LaHaye, who brings it forward about 2 yards or so, making it Petoskey's
On the
fourth
carry,
down with
number
about 10
3,
yards to
Logan
go.
LaHaye. Brought down by number 2, Blaine Houston. They'll make it 4th and 9 for the Northmen.
4th and 9 for the Northmen on the Rambler 48-yard line. Salidas for the throw. Pass completed to number 5, Hayden Janes, for a big
Number
Northman
5,
first
Hayden
down.
James for a 28-yard
That was-
gain and a first down for the Northmen.
It's definitely a very good play there for Petoskey, managing to take 4th and 9 to the 49th yard to 1st and 10 on the 22nd. So it was a risk that definitely paid off for them.
Yep. Flag on the play.
Legal procedure against the Northmen. They'll be backing up 5 yards.
False start. Petoskey, 5-yard penalty. remain first down. Be 1st and 15 on the McBain 27. Solitis takes it himself, loses the ball, and that's Blaine Houston with the recovery for the Ramblers. And McBain will take over in their own territory, 1st and 10.
And just like that, Petoskey goes from having one of their best plays of the game to one of their worst. Now being McBain's possession.
Yep. One thing this game has come down to is mistakes, and I think it will come down to all night long is who has the lesser mistakes and how badly are those mistakes that each team has.
Because for now, I'd say both teams are fairly equal.
As Rodenbach gets dropped back in the backfield for a huge loss.
Number 34, Robert Donald, and that'll be for an 11-yard loss. Second down.
Second and 20 for the Ramblers on their own 14-yard line.
And if there's ever a time McBain wants to play really good offense, it's right now, because a fumble here sets Petoskey up almost perfectly for a touchdown.
Pass completed to Jacob Billett. He gets a lot of yardage on the play,
Number 22, Jacob Billett,
making
brings
it
up
back
for
almost
9-yard
to
gain,
the
tackled by
original
number 2, Mason Freilich, and number 3, Logan
line of
LaHaye.
scrimmage. Be 3rd and
Down
11
for the Ramblers.
on the Rambler 24-yard line.
And up on the inside, number 2, Blaine Houston. Tackle made by number 5, Hayden James, and number 3, Logan LaHaye. That'll make it 4th down and 4 for the Ramblers.
Blaine Houston with the carry.
Let's go defense!
4th and 4
Come on, Blue!
at the 30-yard line. Looks like the Ramblers will go for it on 4th down in T formation. Hands off to Blaine Houston.
The carry at number 2, Blaine Houston.
Does
brought
not
down
make
by number
the
16,
first down
Bradley
marker.
Sutton. As well as number 6, Devin Marvin. And it would be Northman
It'll
first
be-
down and down.
It'll be Northman 1st and 10. Slice drops back, throws over the middle, hits Caleb Vanna in the hands, almost come up with the interception for the
Pass attempt
Ramblers.
for number 10,
Be
Spencer
incomplete
Frederick,
pass.
broken up by number 51, Caleb Vanna.
Slitus takes it himself. Gain of 5
Quarterback keeper
on the
number
play.
7, Corbin Salidas, brought
More
down
like 3,
number
but-
24, Avery DeRider, and number 2, Blaine Houston.
flag on the play.
Encroachment on the neutral zone.
Encroachment.
It'll be a 5-yard penalty. 3rd and 2 for the Northmen. Carry will be from Logan Leahy.
On the carry, number 3, Logan Leahy, brought down by number 73, Caleb Gildy.
Be first down, Northmen. And once again, we see the ball is mainly on the McBain side of the field as Petoskey will punch out a few yards on each play, but the Rambler defense won't let them in the end zone. As Solitis throws, tries to go to Mitchell Everhart. Ball just slightly out of his hands. Be incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 on the 22-yard line.
I'd say honestly the reason that the ball has been on McBain's side of the field for the majority of this game is because even though McBain is playing good defense, I'd say they're still playing worse offense in comparison to Petoskey. So even though McBain defense is doing all right, they still lose more than they manage to gain.
Carry made by Logan Leahy. Getting the first down for the Northmen. It'll be first and goal
for the Northmen.
On the 5-yard line.
This could be the play where someone manages to take a lead in this game. I guess we'll have to wait and find out.
Solitis takes it himself, and he gets across the plane into the end zone.
Quarterback keeper number 7, Corbin Solitis.
They're going to say he's half a yard short.
It'll be 2nd down and goal.
Either way, though, I'd say at this point, 2nd down with only 1 yard to go, I can figure that Petoskey should be able to make something work here to give him touchdown.
Yep. Solitis takes it himself, and the official call, touchdown, Northmen. And Petoskey will take first lead of the game and first lead for their team. 6-0 before the extra point.
And honestly, this is not wonderful timing for McBain either, because with less than a minute in the half, McBain has very little time to try and just undo what Petoskey has done here.
And the extra point is no good. So, with 51 seconds left in this first half, Petoskey 6, McBain 0.
And Petoskey will be kicking off with McBain receiving.
No good, makes the score 6-0. Sutton, backseat for the Ramblers, number 23, Caleb Miller, and number 34, Ben Rodenbaugh.
Kicking off for the Northman, number 60, Bradley Sutton. Receiving for the Ramblers is 34, Ben Rodenbaugh, and 23, Caleb Miller. Miller will pick it up, still on his feet, but he gets brought down not
On the return, number 3,
long after,
Miller,
brought down
by his
at
counterpart, number
the
23, Mitchell Everhart.
27-yard line.
For the Ramblers.
1st and 10 Ramblers.
Yeah, at this point, McBain just wants to get a point and get it quickly because with only 45 seconds left in this half, if they don't do something soon, they pretty much lose whatever momentum they will gain in this set of plays. And there's a timeout called by Petoskey.
Timeout, Petoskey.
Ball carried by number 24, Avery DeRuyter. He gets a bunch of yards on the play for a Rambler first down. Rodenbaugh drops back to pass, scrambles out to the near side, throws over to Caleb Miller, just out of his hands.
Number 23, Caleb Miller falls incomplete. That'll make it 2nd down. Timeout, Ramblers.
Timeout by the Ramblers.
Complete pass to number 2, Blaine Houston.
And completed pass by Blaine Houston to end the first half. Petoskey 6, McBain zip. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second half of the Petoskey McBain game. Kicking is Petoskey. Ben Rodenbaugh with the return. Gets brought down by number 23, Mitchell Eberhardt.
Brought down by number 23, Mitchell Eberhardt. First down and 10 for the Ramblers from the 32-yard line.
Blaine Houston with the carry, picking up 3-4 yards on the play.
On the carry, number 2, Blaine Houston. Tackle made by number 51, throwing down, and number 25, Eli Feathers.
It'll be 2nd and 4 on the Rambler 38-yard line. Ball handed off to Blaine Houston. He gets tackled immediately and brought down for a loss at 2-yard line. 3rd and 6 on the 37-yard line.
And number 60, Bradley Sutton.
McBain in the T formation. Jacob Billett with the run. He gets the first down.
On the carry, number 22, Jacob Billett. Brought down by number 2, Mason Freilich.
There was a flag on the play.
But there's a banana peel on the far side of the field. Sideline warning. On the Northman.
The Petoskey Northmen will have a sideline warning.
First down 10 for the Ramblers from the 44-yard line. On the carry, number 23, Caleb Miller. Tackle made by number 3, Logan LaHaye. Number 6, Devin Marvin. And number 60, Bradley Sutton. Second down and a long 6 for the Ramblers.
2nd and 6 for the Ramblers on the 47-yard line. Ball handed to Blaine Houston. He makes it across the first down line and more.
On the carry, number Black.
Ball gets handed off to McBain's number 2, Blaine Houston, who carries it up about 4 yards. Should be 2nd down with 6 yards to go.
Carry made by
number 23,
Caleb Miller.
Brought down by number 7, Corbin Sulaitis.
3rd and 5 for the Ramblers on the Northman 39-yard line. 8.5 left in this third quarter. McBain in a T formation with running backs Billett, Houston, and Miller. Billett with the carry.
On the carry, number 22, Jacob Billett, brought down by number 5, Hayden James. That will make it third down, a first down Ramblers.
First down Ramblers. Ball at the 35-yard line. Ball handed off to Blaine Houston. He finds a hole up the middle, and no one's there to stop him in the end zone. Touchdown, Ramblers.
35-yard scamper by number 2, Blaine Houston for the touchdown Ramblers. Score tied up 6-6.
Big play for the Rambler offense, getting points on the board, tying up the game. Now for the extra point to see if McBain can punch it for the lead. They will keep the offense on the field for the 2-point conversion. Rosenbaugh will just take it himself. And they're going to say no good for the conversion. Just under 8 minutes to go. The score is tied 6-6.
Petoskey. Return on that one by number 23, Mitchell Everhart. It'll be first down, Northman.
Ball caught by Beals number 23, Mitchell Everhart, who manages to make it 1st and 10 on Petoskey's own 43-yard line. Petoskey's number 7 manages to run the ball for about 20 yards there.
That is Corbin Solitis, quarterback keeper for the Northmen, getting a first down.
Yeah, that'll be Petoskey's first down on McBain's own 40-yard line. It's a good play for them.
Number 2, Mason Freilich for the carry.
On the carry, number 2, 2, Mason Frelick, brought down by number 24, Avery DeRider. They'll make it second down and 7 for Petoskey.
2nd and 7 for Petoskey in McBain territory. Solitis will take it himself, getting a few more yards. 3rd and 5.
Solitis up the middle, brought down by number 75, Damian Barnacle. Number 2, Blaine Houston. Number 51, Caleb Anna. Solitis on the keeper, brought down by Mother Nature.
Solitis with the carry, takes a slip on the play. They get brought down, 4th and 7. Number 3, Logan LaHaye. To number 5, Hayden James for the touchdown.
36-yard pass completion, and number 5, Hayden James for a touchdown. Northman.
Beautiful pass there on Petoskey's part. I was waiting to see what Petoskey did with their offense before I say this, but I feel like both teams' coaches at
Number
halftime
3, Logan
said to amp up the offense because clearly both McBain
to
and
number
Petoskey
5,
have done
Hayden
this.
James for the
Most action
touchdown.
we've seen in the game over the course of just half of a quarter.
Well, maybe, and the harsh rain we got during the half may have motivated them a little bit more or cooled them off to give them extra juice.
Either that or maybe the new more slippery terrain makes it harder for defense to keep up with tighter turns as well, you know, making it a little bit easier to maneuver through.
That too.
12 to 6.
No, that's Infinity War. Endgame, everyone comes
Return
back.
number 23, Caleb Miller.
I was
brought down by number
unmuted.
23,
I-
Everhart, and that will be first out of 10 for the Ramblers from the 36-yard line.
McBain, 1st and 10 with T formation. Hand off to Blaine Houston. He gets dropped behind the line.
On the carry, number 2, Blaine Houston, brought down by number 3, Logan LaHaye. Number 51, Rowan down. They'll make it 2nd and 11 for the Ramblers.
Ball is handed off to Blaine Houston, only to be taken down about 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Houston, brought down by number 25.
Making it now McBain's 3rd down with 14 to go.
And 12 for the Ramblers.
12 to go. Once again, the rain has started picking up, so expect for a little bit more slippery terrain here. We can we'll have to wait and see how that affects both defense and offense.
Caleb Miller cuts back across. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage, but it will be 4th down.
49, Fred Black. 4th down and 9 for the Ramblers.
I have a question. I'm just gonna let the people out there hear this too. Isn't that a foul of some sort? He grabbed his shirt and just kind of sat down. I feel like that's some kind of foul.
They threw a flag on the play. We'll have to see. I believe you are correct on that. I am not much of a know-it-all for the rules in football.
But that something about that just felt like a foul.
So they will just pick up the flag. It is not a foul. I believe what you're referring to is the horse collar, when the defender grabs the player by the collar and drags them down to the ground. That is a flag. It'll be 1st down Petoskey, but Petoskey will take a timeout.
Hey, at least the sun is out now.
That is true.
Northman with a big gain. Carry was by number 1, Brennan Swiss.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be off topic, but here we have a double rainbow, and that's just something. It's beautiful. I'm in awe.
And we have weather updates from James Taylor.
I mean, look at it. It's majestic.
On the carry.
That was Corbin Solitis on the carry.
Number 24, Avery DeRuyter.
Brought down by Avery DeRuyter. 1st down, Petoskey. Ball handed off to Brendan Swiss. He comes outside. Brought down at the 21.5-yard line.
On the carry, number 1, Brendan Swiss, brought down by number 6, Jacob Corliss. 2nd down and 6 for the Northmen.
Corbin Solitis with the carry. Gets across the line to gain for a
Corbin
first
Solitis with the
down.
keeper, brought down by number 24, Avery DeRider and at 51, Caleb Vanna. It'll be 3rd down and 2 for the Northmen.
They will mark him just short for 3rd down and about 2.
And Petoskey's number 3, Logan LaHaye, manages to carry it up for their 1st down. It should be Petoskey on about McBain's like 6-yard line.
Brought down by number 1, Landon Keller. That's the Petoskey 1st down, 1st to go from the 5-yard line.
Timeout on the play. Official timeout.
Double rainbow. Football's double rainbow.
Ball handed off to number 3, Logan LaHaye. Be 2nd and
Carried by number 3, Logan LaHaye, brought down by number 2, Blaine Houston, number 51, Caleb Vanna.
And that's LaHaye across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown, Petoskey.
Touchdown.
It's now Petoskey 18, McBain 6 with just a minute left in this 3rd quarter.
Northman.
Offense has definitely been much more aggressive after the half.
And that's Brennan Swiss into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. It'll be
Number 1, Brendan Swiss.
McBain 6, Petoskey 20. 1 minute left in the 3rd quarter.
Northman.
And behold, the best thing I've seen all night, the double rainbow. Truly, nature's beauty. I love how it's almost like a mirror. You know, you see red on the outside, or on the inside of the one, oh man, I don't know words anymore. The double rainbow has taken away my speech with its beauty. But it's almost like a mirror, you know? You see blue on the outside and blue on the outside and red on the inside and red on the inside for both of them. It's majestic. And back to football.
That's Caleb Miller with the return on the kickoff. He gets pushed out of bounds by a couple
On the return,
Northmen.
number 23, Caleb Miller, brought down by number 23, Mitchell Everhart. That'll be 1st down and 10 for the Ramblers. Ball on the 42-yard line.
McBain with the T formation.
You're not unmuted.
On the carry, number 2, Blaine Houston, brought down by number 3, Logan LaHaye, and number 25, Eli Feathers. 2nd down and 9, Ramblers.
2nd and 9 for the Ramblers on the 47-ish yard line. And that will be the end of the 3rd quarter. McBain 6, Petoskey 20.
All right. And now that the quarter's over, I have a very important question to ask. Once again, relating to the double rainbow. Are there 2 pots of gold? Are there 2 leprechauns here? I don't totally know how rainbows work, so people at home, do you know? 2 pots of gold, yay or nay?
Leprechaun.
And for the start of the 4th quarter, McBain in T formation with Jacob Billett on the carry. He gets a couple yards on the play.
On the carry, number 22, Jacob Billett, brought down by number 2, Mason Freilich. That'll make it 4th down and 6.
4th and 7 for the Ramblers. And the offense for the Ramblers will stay on the field.
Does that mean they're going to try and run it even though it's 4th down?
4th and 7.
Although, given the score, I mean, they don't have a whole lot to lose here. It's 4th quarter, so they do need to start making risks if they want to make up this point deficit.
Rodenbaugh drops back, scrambles, goes to Avery DeRuyter. DeRuyter gets the 1st down.
And just like that, the risk pays off.
Number 23, Mitchell Everhart, but that's enough for a Rambler. 1st down.
First and 10 on the 44-yard line. Rodenbaugh scrambles to the far side. Throws.
Intercepted by Petoskey's number 2, Mason Freilich.
Pass intercepted by number 2, Mason Freilich. Knocked out bounds
Not
by
good for
number 34,
McBain.
Ben Rodenbaugh, but that'll be your 1st down.
No, that was another one of those mistakes that you can't, you just got to live with and move on to the next play.
At this point, all McBain can do is play some really good defense and hopefully hold Petoskey to just right there, maybe even cause loss of yards for them.
1st and 10 on the 40 for Petoskey. 10 minutes left in this final period.
Jeremy by number 1, Brendan Swiss.
Ball is run by Brendan Swiss with a 5-yard gain On the play, it'll be 2nd and 5 from the 45 for the Northmen.
Flag on the play.
Encroachment of the neutral zone.
Ball start against the Northmen, moving it back 5 yards. Repeat of 2nd down.
False start on Petoskey, maybe. 2nd and 10 on the 40. Solitis will take the ball himself, gets on the outside, and gets brought out of bounds by number 6, Jagger Corliss.
I think it's Jaeger.
On the carry number 7, Corbin Salidas knocked out of bounds by number 6, Jager Corliss.
Never mind.
First and 10 on the Rambler 40. Number 1, Brennan Swiss will take it up the middle for about a 8-yard gain. Be 2nd and 2.
Run up the middle, taken down by number 20, Jose Chavez.
Brennan Swiss takes it outside to the far side, still on his feet, and finally gets brought down with a huge gain. First down, Northmen.
Very lively crowd for the Ramblers tonight.
The carry number 25, Eli Feathers, brought down by number 6, Jager Corliss.
Brendan Swiss once again carrying it up, and that will be touchdown for Petoskey, but there's a flag on the play.
Touchdown, number 1, Brendan Swiss, but there's a flag on the play. Unsportsman penalty. So that touchdown will stand, but the penalty will be assessed when Petoskey kicks off.
And slides hands off to Swiss. Swiss punches it in for the two-point conversion.
Number 1, Brendan Swiss.
With
And to be honest, I feel at this point Petoskey has definitely taken command of the game.
yeah, both teams actually started out a little slow. Petoskey picked it up towards towards the end of the third quarter, and really started just playing football, I guess you could say. With 7:29 left in the game, McBain 6, Petoskey 28.
Also, sadness that I inform you all that our beloved Double Rainbow has passed away. You know, they say those who burn brightest, burn fastest, and our beautiful Double Rainbow did just that. May he find peace in the great beyond. I already miss you, Double Rainbow.
Petoskey kicking off from their own 25-yard line. During the touchdown run for Petoskey, there was an unsportsmanlike penalty assessed towards Petoskey, and the penalty was assessed towards the kickoff.
First down, Ramblers.
First and 10, Ramblers at midfield. Rolling ball, drops back to pass, throws to DeRuyter. DeRuyter gets the first down before getting brought down by number 8, Caden Boyce.
But that'll be enough for a Rambler. First down.
Rombach rolls to the near side. He'll take it himself, still on his feet.
And that will be first down. It might even be touchdown. Not quite, but really good movement from Rodenbaugh there, turning what honestly looked like could have been a down before he even got first down. He managed to bring it all the way to the 7-yard line.
Yep. Some say he brought his balance issues because he was taking himself, still on his feet.
And that will be first down. It might even be touchdown.
First and goal for the Ramblers. Ramblers in the T formation. Ball will be handed off to Blaine Houston, and Petoskey will find him right away and bring him down.
On the carry, number 2, Blaine Houston.
Second and goal
number 6,
from
Marvin.
the
Second down and goal from the 5-yard line.
3-yard line. And that's Blaine Houston in the end zone for the Rambler touchdown. Big run by Rodenbaugh to set up the 3-yard punch-in from Blaine Houston. Before the extra point, score is 12 for McBain and 28 for Petoskey. Rohrenbach keeps the ball himself and finds his way into the end zone for the two-point conversion.
2-point conversion, good. Number 34, Ben Rodenbaum, the keeper.
So
making
with
the score
5:42 left
Northman.
in the game, McBain 14 and Petoskey
Ladies and gentlemen, just want to
28.
announce a special birthday today for Addie Scott. Congratulations, Addie.
And Petoskey will receive the ball at midfield after a short kick.
Onside kick recovered by number 14, Drew Olson. It'll be first down and 10 at the Petoskey 49 for the Northmen.
Timeout, Petoskey.
Quarterback keeper number 7, Corbin Solidas. Tackle made by number 23, Caleb Miller. Second down and 7 for the Northmen.
And Solidas will take the ball himself. Gain of 3 on the play. 2nd and 7 from the Rambler 48-yard line.
Ball gets handed off to Brendan Swiss, who manages to carry it up all the way through for a gain of about 40 yards or so. 40 to 30 yards.
On the carry, number
Very good
1,
play there for
brought down
Petoskey.
by number 20, Jose Chavez. First down, Northmen.
Ball taken by number 2, Mason Freilich.
Freilich does manage to carry it up for another first down.
Quarterback keeper,
And it-
number 2.
and it will be
Freilich, tackle made by number 88.
Now, first and goal.
Darius Pena. And number 23, Caleb Campbell. Or Caleb Miller.
Let's go, baby!
Ball taken by number 45, Caden Ecker.
On the carry, number 45, Caden Ecker, brought down by number 88, Darius Pena, but there's a block on the back, so we move back 10 yards.
Blocking the back on Petoskey. Ball goes back to Caden Ecker. Second and goal from the 10-yard line.
Caden Eckler, tackle made by number 18, Devin Smith. Number 1, Landon Keller.
Also, another tactic that I'm seeing Petoskey use here is they're just kind of draining the clock here, you know? Purposely just taking a bit of time because they've got a clock currently moving here. So, just kind of making it so if McBain ever does get the ball back, they'll have less time to work with.
And they'll go back to Caden Ecker for the carry. Now, third and goal from the 7-yard line.
Tackle on that play made by number 16, Calvin Drew.
We'll go back to Caden Ecker. And Caden Ecker gets it into the end zone for a Petoskey touchdown.
24-14, Northman.
And that will be 34 points for Petoskey and 14 for McBain. And with just over a minute left in the final quarter, things aren't looking too great for McBain.
Petoskey will keep the offense on the field for a 2-point conversion. And they'll go back to Caden Ecker.
Two-point conversion by
There's
number
a flag
45,
on the play,
Caden
though.
Ecker blocked down by number 23, Caleb Miller. There is a flag on the play. Holding against the Northman decline. That will be no good on the 2-point conversion.
Holding against Petoskey. McBain will decline
5 hours.
Petoskey with a long kick returned by Ben Rodenbaugh. He stays on his feet and finally brought down by the kicker, number 60, Bradley Sutton. Rodenbaugh drops back, passes to Blaine Houston.
Pass completed, number 2, Blaine Houston. Tackle made by number 14, Drew Olson, and number 11, Sam Midas.
Timeout McBain.
Timeout Ramblers.
Rodenbaugh rolls out to the far side. He'll take it himself, gets the first down and more, still on his feet. Brought down at the 45-yard line for a first down, Petoskey.
First down, brought down by number 8, Caden Boyce.
Rodenbaugh throws, goes straight through Avery DeRuyter's hands. Incomplete pass.
Incomplete.
It's now currently less than half a minute in the fourth quarter as well.
25 seconds left.
Rough quarterback penalty against the Northmen. That'll be 10 yards and a first down.
Ball will be spotted at the 30-yard line. First and 10 Ramblers with 25 seconds left. Wayne Houston throws to Caleb Miller.
Aiden Kuchu with a complete pass to Caleb Miller for a 9-yard gain. There is a flag on the play.
Flag on the play with only 7 seconds left in the final quarter here. I'd say that's just about curtains.
Holding against the Ramblers, 10 yards from the spot of the ball.
Blaine Houston with the throw to
Pass down for number 88, Darius Pena falls incomplete.
Darius Pena
And at the end of the game,
with an incomplete pass, but time has expired. That is the end of the game. Final score, McBain 14, Petoskey 34. James, any final thoughts about today's game?
Well, Petoskey really just cranked their offense up to 11 after the first half. I mean, I'm assuming it might be in some part due to the more slippery terrain brought about by the downpour we had. And may I also add that downpour created a beautiful double rainbow. But ignoring the double rainbow, Petoskey just played very well tonight. And even though McBain did pretty good defensively in the first half, they just weren't able to keep up with Petoskey in the second.
Thank you, James. Friday night, the varsity team will play at Roscommon. I am Tucker Vanderveld alongside James Taylor with Cole Engelwright behind the camera. This is the Round Review. Thank you and good night.